Lesson 6: Outcome-Based Education. Hello, students. In this video, we have an exciting topic to discuss, which is outcome-based education principles and process. We'll delve into the key principles of OBE and explore the process of constructive alignment, defining learning outcomes, designing assessment tasks, developing marking schemes, giving feedback, and selecting teaching and learning activities. Let's begin by understanding the fundamental principles of outcome-based education, often abbreviated as OBE. The most widely recognized principles were suggested by William Spady in 1994. These principles serve as a foundation for designing an OBE curriculum. 1. Clarity of focus. OBE emphasizes that everything teachers do must be clearly focused on what students need to know, understand, and be able to do. This means focusing on developing the knowledge, skills, and personalities that enable students to achieve the intended outcomes. 2. Designing down. Curriculum design in OBE starts with a clear definition of the intended outcomes that students should achieve by the end of the program. All instructional decisions are then made to ensure that these desired outcomes are achieved. 3. High expectations. Teachers should establish high, challenging standards of performance to encourage deep student engagement and learning. Successful learning promotes further successful learning. 4. Expanded opportunities. Providing expanded opportunities for all students is crucial. Not all students learn the same way, and different opportunities are necessary to achieve high standards. Now that we understand the core principles of OBE, let's dive into the OBE process, specifically focusing on the process of constructive alignment. Constructive alignment is a process coined by Professor John Biggs in 1999. It focuses on creating a learning environment that supports learning activities aimed at achieving the desired learning outcomes. The term constructive refers to what learners do to construct meaning, while alignment pertains to what teachers do to ensure that teaching methods and assessment tasks are aligned with the intended outcomes. The OBE process involves the following steps. 1. Defining curriculum objectives and intended learning outcomes. This step involves clearly defining what students should be able to do as a result of their learning experience. Learning outcomes are categorized into disciplinary knowledge and skills, generic skills, and attitudes and values. 2. Designing assessment tasks. Outcome-based assessment is essential for determining whether students have achieved the intended outcomes. It involves identifying how each learning outcome will be assessed and what evidence will be used to evaluate student learning. Assessment in OBE can take various forms and utilize different tools. Let's explore some of the key assessment types and tools. A. Formative assessment. Formative assessment involves collecting information about student learning during the progression of a course or program to improve learning. Tools for formative assessment may include quizzes, in-class discussions, or reading student reports to assess the need for additional lessons. B. Summative assessment. Summative assessment gathers information at the conclusion of a course, program, or undergraduate career. It can impact the next cohort of students and is often used to meet accountability demands. Examples include final exams and senior projects. C. Criterion referenced assessment. This type of assessment compares a student's performance to specific standards or criteria. It assesses whether students have achieved predetermined goals or outcomes. Criteria may include comprehension of concepts, inquiry behavior, or technique mastery. D. Alternative assessments. These are non-traditional assessments that depart from multiple choice, norm reference tests. Examples include portfolio reviews, performance ratings, authentic task assessments, and direct observation of student performance. E. Authentic assessments. Authentic assessments align with real-life learning experiences, such as recording evidence of the learning process, interpreting meaning in contextual facts, and integrating new knowledge. F. Performance assessments. Performance assessments involve direct observation of a student's knowledge and skills. They provide tangible, student-generated evidence of learning. 3. Selecting teaching and learning activities. Teaching activities aim to help students attain the intended learning outcomes. A student-centered approach is emphasized, focusing on active involvement, metacognitive skills, and the use of information technology to support learning. 4. Developing marking schemes. Once assessment tools are chosen, marking schemes are developed to assess student work based on criteria aligned with learning outcomes. Rubrics are often used to establish clear criteria and levels of achievement. 5. Giving feedback. Feedback is crucial for helping students improve and achieve the intended learning outcomes. Timely feedback, especially in formative assessments, is essential to support student learning. In conclusion, outcome-based education is a student-centered approach that emphasizes clear learning outcomes, constructive alignment, effective assessment, and feedback to promote successful learning. It's a framework that helps educators focus on what's important for students and how to best support their learning journey. That's it, students. And as always, feel free to leave your questions and comments below. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next video.